Hello viewers, I'm Bill Smith, this is the Bluebird Project and we're back in the workshop. We haven't been here for a couple of weeks and you've had the pleasure of watching Mr. Clever Barrington Hares with his 5th scale Merlin engine. Now, if you've not watched Barrington Hares with his 5th scale Merlin engine, stop watching me now, immediately, this instant, go into the playlist and find the world's greatest model engineer and audience with Barrington Hares, parts 1 and 2. And look at his work. Because if you like anything mechanical, it'll blow your socks off. Go now. There you go. Didn't I tell you? Brilliant. And there's more to come because Barry also built a Rolls-Royce Eagle engine. Now the Eagle was Rolls-Royce's last go at a piston engine really, and it's a flat 24 twin stage supercharged fuel injected sleeve valve engine. So if you thought the Merlin was good, Barry was just cutting his teeth on that one. The Eagle will really boggle your brain. In the meantime, we're going to have a look around here because we've done the last big repair on the RS200 chassis, the plank, which regular viewers are probably sick of, but at least it's done and it's been under these big steel beams for the past fortnight while I've been away doing other stuff. And the glue will go off overnight and you can unveil it and go, woohoo, look at this. But it needs time to cure properly. So the last of the repairs, the last skin went on before I went away and it's been weights on top of it and left to cure for a fortnight. So hopefully that is now more or less good to go. And a very quick reminder of what we started with, because it was bad. The plank. But it's had a bit of an accident. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, we've kind of buried the plank under here. These are steel assembly jigs that I borrowed from next door, and it takes 2 people to lift one safely. I mean, yeah, you can kind of slide them about, but they get away from you and you get one of these hooked in your underpants, you know about it. So I shall hang on and wait for John or Gordon. Albie is somewhere, he's gone to Africa, I think he said. And he sent me a video of him at a party which strongly resembled that blue oyster bar. So we're going to dig that out from under there. I am in early because I'm excited because I haven't been here, so no one else here, and I'm not going to try and dig that out single-handed. So I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up while I wait for the crew, and we'll dig the plank out of there and we'll see what we're working with. If you don't stop, you can't fail. Somebody has just arrived and it's Sally Diver.
Hello.
Hello, Sally Diver.
Hello.
I wasn't expecting you, my dear.
I'm great. Enough.
Well, yeah, you said you needed some help with your lady parts.
Lady parts.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't have my glasses on when I read that. I was by the pool in a warm place and it said lady parts. I'm not going to help you with your lady parts.
No, probably
No,
not.
that's probably not. No. Ah, Sally Diver has brought her broken Land Rover. So we'll get a look at it. And this is what we do on the Bluebird Project. We bring our broken things from home, Land Rovers included, to where the skills and the tools and the people are. And in the meantime, John and me were trying to give ourselves hernias getting rid of the big steel beams that have been perched on top of the plank for a fortnight by the heavy things. See what's under here, eh?
Yes.
Because the glue, you read the data sheet, it'll go off overnight. But it takes a little while to cure. You know, it's still another however many days to cure. So this has been, this has been under here since when? 2 weeks?
So it should be rather.
It should be cured, should be rather set, but it's also been very flat. Huh?
Alright.
They haven't stuck down, yeah.
One plank.
One plank? Excellent.
Oh, very straight.
Very straight. How strong is it?
Strong enough.
We've built a plank, John.
Yes.
We've built a plank. Which means we can put it into the chassis and we can check all the dimensions, which we did once before, but we just did that with our plywood plank. And it came in within a millimetre, which I didn't expect. Hopefully this time it'll come in within a millimetre again, but you know, we'll take an eighth of an inch or so. Well, that was good. Now that we have a plank, we can assemble the whole front end, and it's come a long way. It still looks like a pile of junk, but both A-posts have been salvaged from completely smashed and ruined wreckage, and the steelwork patched, straightened, shrunk, rebuilt, put back to where it was. The old honeycomb insert panels in the A-posts have been removed and salvage what we can, the little steel inserts that bolt the roll cage, learn from the dimensions on them, new panels made, glued, riveted, both A-pillars fixed. We've repaired the ends of the sills. Both were badly smashed with impact damage and then just grunched away until they were full of powder and shattered aluminium. They've had the core cut out, the original skins cleaned, new adhesive put in there, new core put in there, clamped. They are incredibly strong, so they now marry up to the A-posts. The A-posts are solid. There's extra steelwork inside the sills where it all meets, just to make sure that although it had all its original strength, it's now got a whole heap more. So that's both corners can go on. Now we've got the plank done. Now the plank on the original build on the cars had big gaps around it, which we discovered. So we've grown the plank a little bit to get rid of those gaps. We might as well. So that's been done. The plank now fits, the sills are done, the A-posts are done. That's the whole front end. Now the front end of the chassis, the steel part, if you were watching from the early days, that was in very, very poor order. That was substantially cleaned up and blasted and parts cut out and replaced, and one side of it was built basically to full standard. The other side still needs some work, but I left that because it looked a bit tricky, and I thought I'll give that another coat of looking at and some more thinking. But the steel front is pretty much good to go. And where does that leave us? We've got a skin to put on there, which is made. That's just glue. We have to make the equivalent for the other side. No great shakes. We've got the two main floors to put in. They were absolutely rotten. They were steel out as cut away. They were burst away, everything cleaned up, the honeycomb taken off. Now those, apart from their inner skins, are pretty well finished, but the inner skins are there. We might clean them and blast them and bond them in just so they go along for the ride. We'll see, it depends what they're like. But the floors, these floors where you sit and where your feet go, they're just going to be new because we couldn't salvage them. And we've got a new sheet of honeycomb next door. Cut those out with a jigsaw. That's easy. Zip, zip, zip. Put them in. Glue, rivets, the lot. But it's all here now. It's all here. It's all little jobs now. The big stuff is cracked. The overall feeling that we've got this has arrived. It's now finishing. It's not climbing a mountain. It's standing on the top and saying, right, okay, we've got to be a bit tricky getting down, but we've done the hard part. So let's crack on. We're winning.
Go forward to me.
That should come out of there. Right, that should, in theory, that should be retired now. So if we clamp these steels across here, make sure that stays level, and then we'll take the A-pillars off, and then we'll put the plank in with its 3 bolts at the front, we can start putting it back together. So how was this, Sam Gordon? I don't appreciate what us YouTubers go through. Right, I think that's as flat as we need to be there. Is that a racket they're making? That's John, you might know. So if we take the A-posts off, We'll take them off. They're bolted into the roll cage, don't forget. If we take them off, then we'll put the plank in and see what we need to do with the plank to get the air posts to fit again. And we'll be getting there. Oh yeah, it doesn't, you'll have to go down with it, Gordon, it's all. You'll have to, I think that's, yeah, you'll have to go down and past the roll cage. Oh. Thank you, very glad. Hey, it's free. I think there was some German in that somewhere.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Hang on. Well, what I'm going to do first of all is I am going to... Oh, I can't remember how to do it. I'm going to pause the music.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is incredibly annoying with copyright. And I'm going to unplug that. Right.
Yeah.
Care to start again?
Yeah, go for it.
What was the question?
3. Hi, Bill.
Hello, Debs.
What are you up to today?
Well, if you care to step this way.
Come along, then.
The plank has been dug out from underneath all its ceramic floor tiles and cardboard, and it's done. It's in one piece. It needs a bit of tidy, but it's done.
Oh, nice.
And it's in, and it has these 3 bolts through inserts to attach it, and it's clamped to get the angle right. And the tub has been made sure it's flat and level with the addition of some steel. That's not permanent. And it's now a case of getting the air posts to fit, and you'll have to look down here carefully. But if you see, it's ever so slightly, that's ever so slightly past where the air post has to go. The air post has to go there, and it's slightly past.
Oh, yeah.
Which was intentional, because it was too far the other way before. And this one is much the same. The air post comes up here, and that is past, which means we can make it a good fit. And before it was a rubbish fit. And these ends are all done. Which means when we get the air posts to fit and bolt into the roll cage and properly attached to the plank, and the plank attaches to the transmission tunnel, that will be the whole front end reconstituted. So no more. Today I'm going to work on the plank, and I have glue and honeycomb, and I'll be back in 24 hours to show you the same thing I showed you yesterday. No, progress from here. Progress.
Get in.
Get in. Let's see what this lot's doing apart from making an ungodly racket. There you're off a nuisance, Sally. Proper nuisance you are. Come to see what you're doing, John. Can't see from this side. You're still trying to get those bolts out?
Yeah, one bolt.
You got a noisy saw on it.
It's a knife. I'm not allowed to play with knives.
Why is that? Have you got history?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, I've got to change my blade. And it's... Wait, why? Why do they do this, right? If it put a torque fitting on there so you can get another blade out.
Yeah.
Not many people carry a torque fitting, do they?
No.
I'm just like, why? Something simple.
It's not in your handbag, is it?
No.
No.
I carry most things in my handbag. Socket set, 10mm, 17mm, because I've got a Land Rover.
Yeah.
But not that.
It's like Vera, that, like. Blue Vera.
Blue Vera, yeah.
Ooh.
I'm nicknamed Vera at work and friends and stuff. Because I do the...
Do the Vera look. Say the Vera.
The Vera look. I need a hat and I need a coat to match.
We'll find you one.
And I'm a bit stern and to the point. Sal! So, what,
I was trying to film you with this one.
Today,
What are you doing today, Sal?
I'm leaning on the chassis because it wobbles when they work on it.
It wobbles.
So I'm going to counterbalance it and lean and look like I'm doing something useful.
So why is it wobbling?
We're leaning in this end.
There's 3 fat blokes on the other end. Well, no, there's 2 fat blokes in a John.
Johnny doesn't wear glasses apparently.
No, John never wears glasses. And he has a full head of hair, just doesn't show up on camera.
Is it that invisible hair that you get?
Yeah.
It's so fine. It's like the Emperor's new trousers. It's actually, you know, in the right light it looks like Rick Wakeman. But
So on that note, I'm still counterbalancing it.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're not jiggling it.
Not jiggling it.
It's not moving.
well,
They've got to move.
yeah, but you jiggle and you give it a coat of looking at, and then you re-jiggle.
You know, just looking.
Make it move.
No, that's alright. Oh,
So now I've finished the Land Rover, I've just got to look like I'm helping.
Under Sally's expert supervision, we then spent the rest of the afternoon slowly creeping up on the relationship between A-post and plank, with slithers removed with a jigsaw, with tiny amounts taken away with a sanding belt to close the clearances, and if it was bigger bits we'd have a go with a die grinder and clean it out. And it got closer and closer, and it looks pretty good now. And with her supervision complete, and her new steed mended by her mates, Vera hopped aboard and disappeared. Nice to see you, Sally Diver. See you soon. That quick round of die grinders, belt sanders, jigsawing, taking tiny slithers out, was less about actually making it fit than it was about seeing how close it is to fitting. It's still a good way short, and it was very unscientific. But what we tried to prove with that was that we're going the right way. So you take a piece off there and it gets a bit closer to where you want it. You take a piece off there, it gets a bit closer. No real way to tell how much to take off. So now it has to get a little more scientific. The object here is to get the plank from where it's roughly thrown in the hole now, but there's a lot of variables. It has to bolt accurately to the A-post, which has to fasten accurately to the sill, and it all has to bolt accurately to the roll cage, and this will allow us to accurately put the front chassis on and then the floors. So at the moment, it's a little bit of guesswork because there's only a handful of inserts in the plank to let us bolt it to the transmission tunnel. It needs 2 more down in the corners to each side to bolt the A-posts to, which we didn't put in on the first round of fixing. So because I got the place to myself and it's going to be tomorrow before there's anyone else in, I am going to drill and glue some inserts into the plank. There's 2 to go here and 2 to go here, and we'll get those in, and that means when the plank goes back on and the A-posts go back on, it's not guesswork. It's can you get the bolt in or can you not? Because we're fine-tuning this by degrees until it all works. Time to drill some holes. This is where having a spare chassis is massively useful. Because although the other one's been ragged a bit, this one hasn't. I mean, it's still dog rough, but it means that you can do things like stick a ruler across there and determine that distance as 195 millimeters. And then measure it from, where's it gone? Different datum up to there and across to here, and basically get a little sketch together, which I don't know if you can see that. That gives me a triangle of where the holes are relative to that point there, which on the plank next door hasn't been damaged. Let's go and see if we can mark it up on the other one. Handy or what? And then, having descended the ladder, and it's flippity blinking hot up there, all the hot air's risen, I realised that it could rotate, that my triangle of measurements could rotate about this point, so that could fall anywhere on an arc. So I had to go back up and determine that that centre to the edge of the plank is 60 mil. Rookie error, duh. Right, the short version. You know when you think you're winning, then you find you're not. Right, the distance from that hole to the edge is 60 mil. That's the bit I had to check again. The distance from that hole to that hole is whatever that measures. I can't remember. What does it say? 167.5, there to there. That measures. The distance from there to there measures out at 190 mil. I think I said 195. But if you triangulate all of this, that falls in the wrong place. So I went back upstairs and measured it again. And I'd measured it right the first time. Thing is, this time I realised there's no bolt in the hole. I knew there was no bolt in the hole, but I assumed there was an insert for a bolt to go into and that the hole in the A-post would line up with the insert, but it doesn't, because it looks like there's no insert either. So what I'm going to have to do is put the 60 mil from the edge holes in either side, get them in, and then set up the distance across the other end of the plank using the chassis. Just when you think you're winning. Now that is the hole for the insert, and it is exact. It took me a long time to find a drill that was exact. I don't know what size it is, some weird old British size. Anyway, that drops into there. Now it does need to be glued. I am going to glue it, but for now, just to try something, I'm going to have a little tap with the hammer, and that'll just go down flush because it is actually an interference fit in there. And that's down completely flush. And I'm just going to give it a quick try, see what it looks like, and then whip it out and glue it. And there's the result of that quick bit of experimenting. There's now an insert in there, as there is over here. That has one there, and that edge has been trimmed in. Yes, there's a gap, but you can't help that because of the angle. And then down here, of course, nothing lines up. This mess going on here, don't like that at all. But the gap there has disappeared, which is good. And when you measure this dimension from there to there, I mean, it's a bit rough, but it happens to be perfect. So that is a good place to start from, getting the plank to fit. So we'll get a bit more work done on that. Well, I've got you. If you like this content, whether it be 5th scale model aero engines or working on the RS200 chassis or just the banter in the workshop, and there's other new stuff that we're working on to get out to you, please don't forget to speak up in the comments. Do the like and subscribe and the bells and the buttons and all that kind of thing. Tell us what you want and we'll do some more because it's all good fun. Anyway, back to work. Gordon's come in to help. That way good. That needs to go into that. Oh, look what he's done.
Got the camera.
Now we've gone all portrait. Gone landscape again. Can I put the camera down and give you a hand?
I can see how you're having problems.
Yeah, I tried to do this on my own yesterday. You can imagine, can't you? Everything today, forklifts, oops, wood cutting machinery. Did not realise we're trying to create in here. Oh, you're in the easy side. Go on, Gordon. Where have we got to, Gordon?
It's in. It's on.
I'm going to go that side because I'm just getting lots of lights in my eyes. Right.
There's pins in the middle again.
Yeah, can we get the pins in the middle?
Centre one definitely.
So we've got a bolt there. 1/4-inch pin in the middle. That's worked. I know that one's in as well. So we've got that one, that post there has got a gap again where it didn't have. And this one here is, well, it's only a fortnight away. Right, where have we got to? Because I've got 4 hands, well I haven't, Gordon's got 2 of them. We've managed to get the plank in and we've got both of the posts on. We've got a little gap in here, which that moves this smooth, but that's neither here nor there. And the measurement between there and there, yeah, you walk back a bit, cameraman. The gap between there and there should be 935 millimeters for the front chassis to go on. If I take my magic measuring tape and I just push that, can you get that on camera? No. 935? Yeah. There's a lot of give and take as well. So somehow, it's worked.
I'll never make a cameraman, mate.
So what's the current thinking going?
I think you said.
You think I said?
We'll load the front on, try to get that fastened up, pinned up, and then the plank fitted in from the inside of the
See if we can do it last.
cockpit.
What says Gordon?
It's hot.
It's hot, isn't it? It's absolutely boiling in this workshop. But that is on. Both of the mended air posts are on. And the original plank is back in. Yes, there's a few gaps to sort. And a little bit of push me pull you. It's a little bit stressed in places. But it's done. And on that, well, what can we say? We can't say bombshell. That's been used. We can't say on that terrible disappointment, because that's been used. On that almighty stroke of luck, it's back to the studio. Oh. Well, thanks for that, Gordon. No way I could have done that single-handed. I tried. No. And I hope all you people out in YouTube land found something interesting in all of that. Nice to see you back. And we'll do some more. We've got some more Clever Barry coming. Lots of Clever Barry. Get some of this done first. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll go and cool down.